I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world, and that's our job.
You have to make it. Chill. What up, DMV?
Like a Tribe Called Quest. You say the whole thing.
Welcome to a Pod Named Kickback. It's like a Tribe Called Quest. You say the whole thing. Also known as the Black CNN, and the revolution will be televised. I'm No Breaks New, the righteous ratchet. If you throw it, I'll catch it. If you got it, I'll match it. Each and every week, we right back at it. I am the Black Savage, the Magneto of my people. And this week, I got a special guest. How can I describe Kim? Maybe I should call her KJ, because we're all in KJ's world. You know what I'm saying? When I first moved to Georgia, to Atlanta, it was another group, and I got brought into that group by somebody from Maryland. And I was like, "How you know people in Atlanta?" And I got brought into that group, and I was in that group, and we had kickbacks, we had parties, we had pool parties, we went out to clubs together, and then that group migrated. And that group of people became, Kim, correct me if I'm wrong, but that group of people became KJ World.
Oh, you're right about it.
Okay. And then when KJ's World became, I guess, a Facebook group, if you will, it was much more than that. We began to do more things, and it was doing good in the hood. It was, this event, that event, this event, that event. And Kim has been a peripheral figure in my life since I got to Georgia. And then we've kicked it, we've talked, we've had conversations. She's had me on her. I don't know if you would call what you do a podcast or a live episode, or how you would describe it, but great conversations whenever we're together. But I just hadn't had her here yet on a Pod Named Kickback. So we had to go from, all those great encounters, all those great moments. I had to get her on this platform to bring into my world, to bring into New World. We've always been in KJ World.
Okay.
Let me get her in a new world. And not to mention, like, all the most beautifulest women in the world follow her. So whatever she say, go. And fellas, be good to her tonight, because she might find your next wife. I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm just saying. But Kim, welcome. How you feeling?
Oh my gosh, thank you for having me. I feel good. I'm really excited to be in News World. Let me see what's going on in News World. What's happening? I'm excited.
Man, I'm telling you, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna talk about all of the biggest stories of the week. As a matter of fact, when I posted your picture and said you was on, everybody went crazy. Oh my, everybody just had something to say. I was like, here we go. But it wasn't nothing bad, but it was just like, you have your own set of fans. I won't call them fans. You have your own set of supporters. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real, in real life. Yeah.
For real. As a matter of fact, give me a second to post this to your page so your supporters in real life can see this episode. But I want to start with, we always start with the high and low of the week. And we start with our highs and lows, what we've been going through. And I want to get your high low of the week, but I'll go ahead and play the drop.
Now, high low. Who wants to go first?
I always say, who wants to go first? Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
I think you should go first. It's your show.
Okay, perfect. All right. So my high low of
See
the
how this
week.
go.
Right.
Can I?
My high low of the week. My high. I will say that I'll be venturing back to these ATL streets very soon. That's my little brother. That's my another high of the week. And it's been, for those who don't know, I had a sick parent and left, and I haven't been in Atlanta outside of a weekend or two the whole year.
Oh
So
wow!
I'm finally making my way back. I didn't make it like a big public announcement, but
Right.
those who know, you know what I'm saying? And I'm making my way back. And so that's a high.
Okay.
My low of the week, I tell you, but I'll go with the woes of an entrepreneur. It's like, it's not, every week isn't going to be the best week ever.
Right.
And
Whew.
I had, so yeah, you know about it.
All
You
about
know
it. Yeah.
all about it. So when I'm expecting to be here and I'm here,
Right.
real talk. Let me give you real entrepreneur talk. When you're
Okay.
expecting to be here, here, you be heartbroken. Like
Yes.
it's just that's the nature of the business, because you never know when that is going to run up here.
Right.
So this has to always stay here as long as it can stay here. And then when if it happens to drop to here, you got enough time here and that it doesn't affect you. And
Right.
I didn't hit my goal of the week. So that's my low.
Okay.
My high is I'm coming back to Atlanta. My
Okay.
low is I didn't have the best week ever.
Okay.
What about you, Kim? Your high and your low.
Ooh. Now listen. And I'm more of a storyteller, so bear with me. All right.
Take your time. Take your time.
But my low. Let me introduce myself. So I'm KJ, and I do a lot of things. One of my passions, the things that I'm passionate about, is children and education. And so, I live here in Florida now. And so, coming from Atlanta and owning and operating my own school for over 20 years, I've been here in Florida working at facilities. I decided, I had this moment where I wanted something different. And so, where I was working with preschool students, I decided to apply for a kindergarten position at a Christian facility. I was really
Okay.
excited about this. This is something different. I'm still getting accustomed to working for someone. I had my own school for over 20 years, And so I applied. They hired me. They told me to go do the background check. She asked if I had any violent crimes or anything like that. Said no, of course not. I do have a felony where when I was in my 20s years old, I was caught up with some girls, writing checks and things like that, which was over 30 something years ago. And so she was like, oh, okay, cool.
And
That
nobody
should be
will
no
believe you
problem.
that it's over 30 something years ago.
Yeah, I'm
just for the
52. I
record.
just turned 52, baby.
Ow! Where my round of applause at? Where my round of applause? Let me.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just turned 52. So I was like, okay, cool. She was like, cool. You start work Monday. That Saturday, right before I was getting ready to start work, they called me and told me they decided not to go with me because of my criminal history. 30 something years ago, owned and operated my own school for 20 something years. And you tell me that. So that was a low for me. Like what? 30 something years ago, a bad check? Really? The irony was you're a Christian facility, the ones that, we forgive, we give second chances. So that was a low. That was a really low for me because no matter what you do, no matter how good you are, somebody always finds your past to try to bring you down. My high was it wasn't supposed to be. I wasn't supposed to be there.
Okay.
No matter how bad I thought I was supposed to be there, I wasn't supposed to be there. You understand? And
Because you had
so
somewhere else to
right
be.
after that, and once it resonated that I wasn't supposed to be there. When I tell you, all type of doors began to open, opportunities for me, things for me to do, things that I want to do, things that I'm passionate about. And so that's my high low for the week, And so I'm reminded now that sometimes if those of us that say we have faith, a lot of times we'll have faith or we'll pray to God or we're believing or we're manifesting a thing. In the middle of that, in that middle of being patient and waiting, we lose faith, we lose hope, and we go out. So in the middle of me saying, this is what I want, when things started getting challenging, like you're talking about those entrepreneurial moments, things start getting challenged, I start looking for something else instead of holding on and waiting for what I confess to manifest. You understand what I'm saying? So that was a lesson for me today, and I hope that blessed somebody else this week.
I think it will because this real talk, it blessed me. Like this entrepreneurial journey is not easy. It is not for the weak. It is not for the timid. It is not for the faint of heart. Like this some real shit. Like this is oodles and noodles this week, steak next week,
Yeah.
until you figure this shit out.
Yeah.
And everybody doesn't want to do that.
Yeah.
And there have been moments that I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
I had to do it. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so I agree. I understand. And I'm glad you found your footing.
Yeah.
Because you got something to offer. I pay attention to people that people are attracted to. That it's like some magnetic shit. Like I know people are attracted to me. I know that. I get it. But I've seen them be attracted to you.
Yeah.
I've seen people that I know personally be attracted, like, I don't want to say in a weird way, but just, what I'm saying, just drawn to your energy, drawn to your
just energy. Yeah.
your cause. And you got it.
Yeah.
1,000. If I didn't believe you had it, you wouldn't be here.
Okay.
You got it. You got it. 100%.
She got it. Yeah, that's real.
You got it, girl. You got it. All right. Now, someone else who got it, but not in a good way. In a bad way. I believe it was your high school prom date. What's his name? DT Donald. Oh, Donald Trump, your high school date. Prom date. Donald Trump.
Yeah.
But not in a good way. Especially dealing with here in Georgia.
Yeah.
So you know that Fannie Willis, who was taking down Young Thug, YSL, and going off to all the gangs here in Georgia.
Yeah.
She's paid some little bit of attention to Donald Trump and his false campaign claims, his false election claims. He was trying to get the election overturned. And him and 18 others, including Rudy Giuliani, were indicted and arrested. I guess turn himself in tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Taken care of against his bail. So he'll be out tomorrow too. But the rest of the majority of the guys, their pictures came out today. I can't wait to see Trump picture. I got a feeling he's gonna be smiling and laughing and just loving life because he knows he's gonna get out. But
you already know. He made the deal before he got in there.
Exactly. Do you think that any of these things that Fannie did to to try to convict Young Thug and YSL, does she have any collateral here with trying to go after Trump? Or was it just like a waste of time? We know he getting off and, stick to the niggers. Is that what it is?
Okay, so I'm not really good at being politically correct, So I just say what it is.
Correct. So say what it is.
Okay. So I feel like I like her intentions. You know what I mean? I feel like she about business. She's really operating in her position and wanting to make a change. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But Trump understands the politics game. You understand? He got it down pat. So even though she is making motion, you still got to look at the fact that he already made a deal before he even turned himself in. He already know what it takes to get out. He's gonna take a picture and walk back out. He's already, while they're doing the Republican, they're having a GOP debate, he's already scheduled a whole nother interview. So ain't nobody gonna be watching the debate. They're gonna be watching him. Like, so he's gonna use
Right.
all of this for a political gain.
He's with Tucker Carlson tonight. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, we've seen him when he was indicted before go out and play golf and didn't even show up.
Very true. Very true. I mean, it feels like at some point it's got to catch up with him, but maybe not. You know what I'm saying? You make a very valid argument. I saw how, and of course, he's handling rappers and street dudes as opposed to one of the presidents of the United States.
Exactly.
But I think she exhausts all her options, and I want to see how far she can take it.
Yeah.
Because I don't even think the Republican Party wants Trump to run again. They want him out of here, in my opinion, to get DeSantis and some of the others. Well, you're in Florida. What do you think about that?
Yeah, they still down with Trump. They still down with Trump. They still believe in Trump. I was watching an interview today where they were saying they trust Trump. They trust Trump more than they trust their mama. They're riding with Trump. DeSantis, they're like, but Trump, they love Trump. They support him. They riding with Trump. With these indictments, all of that, they're like, yeah, technicality. They don't even believe it.
Okay.
It's crazy. They are riding with Trump. If you I don't know if you looked at the updated polls, but the updated polls is in favor of Trump. DeSantis and all those other candidates are like, who is that?
I had an older white man that I knew. His name was Rick. I called him Racist Rick. He felt like he wasn't racist because he could have a conversation with me. When his children called him racist, he said, "You can't call me racist. I talk to Nile all the time." And they gave him his black card.
Okay.
Racist Rick. He's like the most innocent, racist, discriminatory grandpa you could ever have. That's how it happened. Because he was a cuddly grandpa. He didn't know no better, but he didn't think he was racist. He thought he was. That's just his generation. And he emailed me like 3 months ago, like, we're not going with Trump this time. We're going with DeSantis. And can you pass this on to your followers? I was like, no, nigga. You I'm not going with your racist people. We're not doing it. Racist Rick. But it led me to believe, like, damn, are you really like y'all abandoning your boy? Because he felt like Trump could do no wrong.
Yeah.
Like no wrong. And it was mind-blowing. But everybody keep abreast of what's going on across the country because Trump has local and federal charges. Pay very close attention to what happens in Georgia. Because if Young Thug is in jail, Trump needs to be in jail too. That's my personal opinion.
Right.
And
I agree.
You're watching Pod Named Kickback so you can, if you don't know what to think, we can at least give you the information and you can decide for yourself. And that is the information. Berg, what up, Berger? One of my OGs back home say they about to abandon Trump. And
you think they're gonna abandon him?
Like that. Like that's how it looks. But in case they don't, because Kim is in Florida, she telling us that's damn near grassroots, Kim. So if you telling us they not really doing that, then I gotta pay attention to that.
Yeah, they're saying about 63% of Americans have an unfavorable opinion of the former president, while 35% view him favorably. And it just depends on who's doing the survey. But word on the street, I still hear people in favor of Trump, So we'll see.
Never going to abandon Trump. Okay, so my bad, Berg, I misrepresented your point. But he was agreeing with you, Kim. He was saying they're never going to abandon him. And Kim, I like the fact that you looked that up. We got to bring you on next week, too. You got the facts and shit. I'll bring you back. But I do want to do something I just started, the Black Fact of the Week. And this kind of ties into our eargasm segment, which is music. And you know what? Let me find my music. I'm gonna do music right now, really quickly, and so we can do this. Wait a minute. Okay, boom. And this is music. It's the Black Fact of the Week. This is hip hop at 50 years old. Here we go.
Woo-hoo.
Fantastic album, man. Let me borrow it.
No, my brother, you got to buy your own.
Kim, you remember that commercial, don't you? I'm gonna play it for you again. Just tell me if you remember this commercial.
Okay.
Coming
I'm
on
trying
at
to find us
midnight.
on Facebook. Sorry.
No problem. At midnight, you're too young to be watching TV, but you're still watching it. And then this commercial about some records and albums comes on.
This is a fantastic album, man. Let me borrow it.
No, my brother, you got to buy your own.
You remember that commercial? I know Burger remember that commercial.
Because I don't remember it.
It was like what's the place where you could order like 10 CDs for $1? Columbia House. It was the Columbia.
I remember
before Columbia House, and it was albums, and it had the Always and Forever. You see all the old songs, and you be like, my brother, that's a great album. Let me borrow that. Like, no, my brother, you got to buy your own, and that's what we're doing here with the Eargasm segment for music. Oh, my brother, you got to buy your own. And what I wanted to speak on this week was hip hop being 50 years old. I'm 47. I consider myself like, I am a rapper. I was a rapper. I put out for 20 years. I don't care what nobody say. I did songs with Quicksilver. I did songs with Raheem Devon. I did songs with Neptunes. I was on TV. I was a rapper. I ain't the dude that was in the basement. Like, I was a rapper for real.
For real.
And Big Boy coming to DC doing shit with me. Like, I did it. I retired a long time ago, but I did it. And so hip hop is very personal to me. It means a lot to me. And it's my thing. It's my baby. It's my love. And hip hop turned 50 this year, August 11th. And I want to shout out some of the ladies that contributed, because when I look at everything, we don't always shout out the ladies.
Okay.
And I was influenced by some of the ladies. Like,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we can keep it 100.
Like who?
MC Light was probably my biggest female influence, because
okay, so that's number one.
Number one, yeah, number one. And I would go. See, we have different things. We have who I liked, who influenced me, and then who held a position. I'm gonna try to combine those right now. I'm gonna go MC Light number one, no matter what. No matter what category we go to, I was buying MC Light tapes. I was listening to them.
Really?
Nobody wanted to hear it. I was in my own room, and when it converted to CDs, I was playing it as well, because that's how I felt about MC Light. I thought Queen Latifah was special.
Yeah.
She was special.
Yeah. Now I agree with you there, Queen Latifah.
That's why. And the little Latifah is the name you love. That little Jamaican accent. She used to, like KRS did. She used to invoke that.
I loved it. Yeah.
I do think if we give it a title, Nicki Minaj has to be considered the greatest female rapper ever.
Yes.
I don't know how we cannot. Like, she has.
Yes.
In a positive way, she is seated on all the top male rappers.
Yeah, she did. She had bars. They don't know what bars are now. She had bars.
And we gotta give that to her.
Yeah.
I would who else would I start to throw? Oh, I gotta throw this in there. This is old school. And Kim, you're we're in the same age range, so you should be able to appreciate this. I gotta go with Salt and Pepper. Like Salt and Pepper.
Yeah,
I'm from DC.
Yeah.
And we have go-go music. And that's our own little music.
Yeah,
like,
I've learned to appreciate go-go music. Yeah.
Thank you.
Listen, let me tell you, Salt and Pepper had me and my best friend in high school. We called ourselves Coffee and Cream.
Oh shit.
Salt and Pepper inspired us, So at any time, I got some bars. You know what I'm saying? You want,
Hey, we might, I might come out of retirement from podcasting and do another. Actually, this is the 25th year anniversary of my debut album, and Burger's on this line
Okay.
right now. Round of applause for me. Where my damn round of applause at? I never give myself no credit.
Yeah.
Shout out to Burger because he was there with me when I recorded my debut album, and he was on damn near every song. But having said that, Salt and Pepper were one of the biggest influences, and they used go-go. So everybody in DC was like, "We love Salt and Pepper. They're using our music," and that was Herbie Love Bug that made the beat. But My Mic Sounds Nice was a go-go song. It was a
really
Herbie sample, but the congos and the drums was DC music. So when we heard it, everybody in DC was like, "Oh, they from DC." And then we found out there was some Queens, and we was like, why they using our music then? But their manager was from DC.
Got it. He put
they
them
became
on.
heroes. Like Kid and Play, that Ola, Ola, hey, roll the roll with Kid and Play.
Right.
That was go-go. That was DC's music. That was our music. So we were watching these New York people getting rich on our music, and we didn't know whether we should clap. Did we clap? Or do we be like, what the fuck? Like, we didn't know what to do. But at the end of the day, shout out to Salt and Pepper and Kid and Play. But this is focused on Salt and Pepper. Salt, Pepper, and Spinderella for taking hip-hop to the next level. Because they didn't just do it for go-go. They did it for hip-hop.
Yeah.
And they made a mark. Who you got, Kim? Who you look at as like the ladies that have made, strides in hip-hop? I mean, we got a billion of them, but who affected?
Yeah, but you know what? I love Missy Elliott.
She from Virginia. That's DMV. Shout out to the DMV.
You know what? She was able to make a mark without selling sex. We jammed to all of her music. You know what I'm saying? And they were jams. You know what I mean? We were still rapping them. We were still singing them, shaking and all of that. But she didn't sell sex. You know what I mean? She didn't have to get butt naked to make her music.
She didn't sell sexy. Missy got woman and man. And
well,
Missy
yeah.
She didn't sell herself.
I mean, a sex appeal like that.
Yeah.
Her body. Yeah. So I like Missy.
Oh, you know what? Because he keeps saying this. And
I can't see what Burger is saying. What is Burger saying?
Roxanne Shante crushed the whole UTFO. This is what I'll say. Female MCs, talent-wise, I will go right now, Nicki Minaj, MC Light, Roxanne Shante. Roxanne Shante was 15 years old and the lyrics, and she was a monster. So you are 100% right. Peace to the queen, Roxanne.
Hey, Shonda.
What up, Shonda? Oh, that's one of my baby mamas. We'll talk about that off mic, but
yeah. Okay, so Roxanne Shante, you were saying 15, she did that?
15.
Yeah.
And she came out
so Foxy Brown and all of them?
Foxy Brown, gotta shout out Fox. They came and did their thing. The ladies came, saw, and conquered. Anybody else? Oh, I want to shout out the Lady of Rage. This might be an opportunity to just shout out the sisters that did their thing. So if I say a name, you got a name, you say a name, but let's just shout out the queens. Because that company, that's happened enough. Roxanne Shante, I'm gonna say JJ Fad, because they the Grammy. Got to give it up to them. Lauryn Hill, we got to give it up to Lauryn. Excuse me, Miss Hill.
Get it right.
Storm, that rocked with Tupac and Thug Life. I was the biggest Tupac fan, so I listened to 1,000 Storm verses. Boss, I loved Boss. You remember Boss?
I don't remember Boss.
She was a West Coast Cali female MC, but they gave her like all the hard NWA beats. She was, and Burgers reminded me, gotta say, shout out to the queen of the DMV, queen of DC, Minnesota Avenue, nonchalant. She actually stepped back. We were battling for a beat, and she was like, "Get a nigga the beat." So I took the beat. So I gotta give the queen nonchalant all her praise. Shout out to nonchalant. We love you,
Yo.
hear you, and you were DC's finest. Yo. You can't play with my yo.
Yeah.
Like, what can we say about that? What can we say about that?
Yo.
I'm gonna take it back. Kim, Sweet Tea on the smooth tip. You remember her?
Yeah.
You do?
Okay.
Charlie Baltimore, Lil Kim, Foxy Brown. Come on, we missed Lil Kim.
You put Eve in there?
Gotta put Eve in there. Let's get a couple more queens before we get out of here. The new queen. I love her so much and I can't think of her name right now. Rhapsody.
Okay.
Rhapsody, she's a current artist who spits circles around 95% of the dudes. It's RHASPODY. Look up Rhapsody. Like, she has an album, and every song on the album is a name of a positive Black woman.
Okay.
And every song has a positive message. Now, she get grimy too. Let's not paint her into the she's only positive box. She spit her shit. But she got the queen businesswoman. She got the queen hoe. She got the queen fashion designer. She did all that on one of those. I can't think of the name of the album. But please remember Rhapsody.
I'll check her out.
She's the one.
Don't leave out the Brat.
One. Oh, the Brat. I had the biggest crush on the Brat. And she had everything I said. Yeah, but everybody was like, Brat, like a dude. I was like, you don't see them hips I see. I don't know what you're looking at. Like, her clothes baggy, but I see them cheeks.
You saw the hips in between all of that.
Yeah, exactly. And Allen Iverson dated her for like 5 years. Like,
really?
Yeah. Well, I'm not breaking news. She admitted that on the internet a few years ago. So I don't want nobody looking at me back home like, why you tell that? Dog, she said it before me. I didn't say it. I'm just mentioning it. No Name. She used to be called the No Name Gypsy. No Name got some fire bars for people that are looking for ladies that can rap. And Kim, Burger say Miss Melody. You can tell Burger old school. This nigga said Miss Melody. Rest in peace to Miss Melody. You did do your thing. You were amazing, and we appreciate you.
We do.
Anybody else?
Trying to see what they're saying.
Yeah, this shout out to all the queens. We can never go wrong with shouting out the queens. But now we got to shout out something that was very, very painful. This was something that you never want to happen. And it's our what the fuck story of the week. And this is actually, let me pull it up first. One of my songs, I don't say that in a braggadocious way, especially not after this occurrence, but it is.
It's the mayor. Stay high. What the fuck? You know what it is.
So our what the fuck story of the week.
Right.
Rest in peace to Caleb Farley and his family. He lost his father. He NFL player. He purchased his father $1 million home, and it exploded.
That's crazy.
Can you imagine that? You and your father's train. You make it to the NFL. You get the big bucks. You finally get that big check. Dad, I'm buying you a house.
Right.
And then the house explodes, killing your father. I can't imagine. And this is it's a fucking tragedy. I don't know a way to describe it.
I'm with you on that. No, you have no words. How? What? That's crazy.
I've never known a house to explode.
The whole house.
Yeah, I'm not being flippant
about
everywhere.
That.
Yeah, I'm not being flippant about that. I'm saying, like, imagine You live in a house, right? Humans, everybody watching this. You live in an apartment. You live in you live in a something. Imagine you got your parents there, and then it just explodes out of nowhere, and they're no longer here. And I don't want to depress anybody. I'm not here to be the bearer of bad news. I definitely wanted to be like, what the fuck? And send my condolences or send our condolences to the Farley family. Caleb Farley, I don't know how you start this next season in the NFL under these circumstances.
Yeah.
Because it's crazy. But rest in peace to your father. And prayers up for everybody that was injured.
Yeah.
But thank God, the people that got out.
Yeah.
Man, Kim, I don't know what else to say.
You said it. You said it. That's crazy. I can't imagine. You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, we offer our condolences. I can't imagine saying, Pops, when I make it, I'm gonna take care of you, and something like this happens. Do they know what happened? What caused the explosion yet?
Not yet, but they're going to reveal it, I guess, at some point. At some point, we're going to find out at some point. But they were saying
do they
maybe
feel like it's something fraudulent?
Not yet. They're saying that maybe gas, gas combusted in a particular area, and it just bad timing, just went undetected pretty much.
Wow.
So I don't even know. I'm not rich enough to know these conversations, but I would say, check the gas. Because I don't even know how that happens, but just check the gas whenever you think about it. Check it.
Is that the carbon monoxide detectors that we have in our homes that people should check along with the smoke detectors? Yeah.
Yeah. Check.
We're too far in technology to not be informed. Prevention is so important. So if there is a way to prevent things like this from happening, let's do our due diligence. This is so unfortunate. So unfortunate.
Yeah, and another unfortunate event that we have to address, and I don't even want to because this is just ugly and disgusting to me. But we have to address it.
So dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Dumb.
Right. This is our Don't Be Dumb. Gunplay, recording artist for MMG, which is Rick Ross's label. He got into some issues a few months ago. He was at his own birthday party, and they played 50 Cent in the Ghost Shawty. It's your birthday. And he went off, and he went crazy. And he said, cut that off. He tried to fight the DJ, destroyed the DJ's equipment, and was like, I'll kill everybody in here. Don't touch me. Don't move me. Don't touch me. Or I'll kill everybody. And we all were like, it's his birthday, maybe a crazy issue. He went too far, but time will go by, whatever.
Right.
And to find out that he was playing Call of Duty and his child, his 6-month-old baby, and his child's mother were apparently making too much noise for him. So he goes and grabs a rifle. Not a handgun, a rifle, and aims it allegedly at his child's mother and son. Like, don't disturb me while I'm playing the game. One, there's no video game you can play that's that important that you're willing to murder your child's mother and your 6-month-old child. That's just no. That's just, I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't understand your pressure. I don't get none of that. But
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now?
I am not kidding you. This happened. He was locked up, and I thought like maybe she's gonna come on and say he didn't do that. All he did
Right.
was tell us to shut up, and I was nervous. But she said, no, he's back on those drugs. He's back using, and this is what he did. And I'm like, wow, dog. Like, you pulled a rifle on your child's mother, and that is child's mother, your girlfriend / child's mother,
Right.
and your 6
And your child, your baby.
I don't even know what to say.
He wins. He wins the award. That's dumb.
That's the dumbest shit you could do. And I think that he threw his life away. I don't think this is going to go away.
And
I
it
don't
should
think
not.
that
It
if
should
she
not.
recants her story next week, it's going to go away. You fucked yourself.
Wow.
And at least as far as your career goes, you're done. I don't
Right.
want to hear nothing you got to say no more. And I'm
Exactly.
a Gunplay fan. And he doesn't have many. Let me be real. A lot of us like his music because it's raw. But raw and this ain't the same thing. Being raw isn't the same thing as being reckless and careless and dangerous and foolish. We like the raw part. We don't like the other parts.
Right. Did Rick Ross have something to say about this?
He hasn't spoken about it yet.
Okay.
DJ Envy did.
Oh,
Well,
what
at
did he
least to my
say?
knowledge, Rick Ross didn't say anything. At least to my knowledge. But DJ Envy just read it because DJ Envy and Gunplay had issues.
Oh,
Gunplay had an issue with DJ Envy mentioning the fact that he had to get public assistance for his child when Rick Ross is supposed to be his boy. That's your boy? But you got to get public assistance? I don't know. And then now I'm looking at this, and it's like, you disrespected my child. You know, you talked about my child, and you disrespect my wife was offended. And then now you're aiming a gun at your child. So, I mean, that's a lot different than what DJ Envy did. Obviously, he did more to his
wow.
own child's detriment. So, these dudes don't be thinking out here now. It sounded like Jive Burger said that's wild. I think all of that's an understatement. For you to pull a gun on your child's mother and your child, or you do it with your child's mother and your child is there.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I mean, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? Like, you're not thinking. This is ridiculous. You know, I don't know what kind of drugs. She said he was back on those drugs. What, the lean?
I don't know.
You would know?
To be honest, I would assume yes, the lean, and yes, something else. I don't know.
I don't know. I say that's
Brother
pretty
said he's
dumb.
a cocaine abuser.
Cocaine?
Yeah, and he's from Florida, Kim. I know you. I don't want to make you the ambassador for Florida, but you are. I'm not gonna say what part of Florida, but you are in Florida.
I am in
a
Florida.
thing that you've seen around? Is this something that's more common than we know?
You know, I've been here now 4 years, and
Damn.
I know it don't seem like that long. It's been 4 years, but on my street, there has been a murder. I don't want to say once a week, but I want to say maybe twice a month.
Wow.
It's on my street. We just had another young lady, 13, fighting with people, killed. So I don't know if it's drug related. I don't know what's taking place, but there are a lot of deaths with the young people. There are a lot of people snapping. I'm seeing a lot of situations where there's no patience, there's no tolerance, there's no walking away. Like, you just can't say that my shoes are ugly. Like, you say my shoes ugly, you got to die. You know, type of situations, and it is out of control. It is out of control.
Burger said you need
Unfortunately,
to move off that block.
huh?
Burger said you need to move off that block.
It's crazy. You know, I just did a back to school event on this block. Had over 2,000 people to show up. Clothes, shoes, toiletries, you know, just giving it away. People are hurting. People are in need. But at the same time, these things are happening because we're I feel like we're allowing it to happen. You know, you're talking about the pioneers of rap, but you have to think about the things that they rapped about, how they motivated, how they encouraged. Now our entertainers, you know, the focus is encouraging our children. You know, they're walking around with two cups. They're encouraging lean. They're encouraging the snap. You know, they're encouraging violence. So you live by the sword, you die by the sword. These are the babies from that which they've been fed. They don't know that it's not real. They don't know that you're pretending.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yeah.
And I want to. There's so much I want to do, and I'm not in a position to do everything I want to do. But there's so much, and just even hear you talk about that, it's like, damn, like do more. Like there's more that can be done in the Georgia neighborhoods, in the DC neighborhoods I was raised in the Florida neighborhoods you live in now. I just feel
Yeah.
like it's just more that can be done, and I'm
Yeah.
myself to do more because I know
Okay.
there's more to be done. And I think a part of that is not always speaking about the negative and giving them credit where credit is due when something positive happens. So I definitely want to give some round of applause. And
if it's sports, if it's fashion, if it's music, if it's hustling, whatever, you're on a marathon, you know. So
on your marathon, I want to give you your credit. And that was the good brother Nipsey Hussle talking right there. And the credit goes to Sha'Carri. Sha'Carri, sis, being a person who was her, I can't say biggest fan, but a fan, and
Right.
seeing her lose to the Jamaicans and everybody, because she didn't just lose, I lost.
Right.
They took it to me.
Right.
Oh yeah, your girl, I told you she needed to get her shit together and she needed to, and so I lost that too. I'm sure I didn't feel it the way she felt it,
Right.
but I lost it because everybody came at me. Oh, that's your girl. Look what she did. And I didn't have nothing to say. And I was like, she's going to get better. It was like, oh, now she's smoking weed. I was like, fuck. I don't know what to say. Like,
Right.
we lost her race. Now she's smoking weed. And now that's still my girl.
Right.
You know, I don't know what to do, but I'm rooting for her.
Right.
Say. And I didn't even watch this event. I just kept maintaining, that's my girl, I'm going with her. Like, I don't care. And it was
Standing
like,
beside her.
right, it was like, your girl won. I'm like, who? Ashanti? Who won what? It was like, no, your girl Sha'Carri. I'm like, oh, what she win? Like, the Olympics, nigga, she was in the race. She was in the race? Oh, when it was the race?
Right.
It was today. I'm like, I missed that race. And it was like, it just happened. And then I went to YouTube, of course, and I saw it.
Right.
And I was like, and that, not that I'm a fair weather fan, I endured the hard part. I just didn't know the good part was coming. So I'm
Right.
standing up for her everywhere I go. I just
Right.
said what I did, and she had my back too. And so as much as I'm standing up for her and I'm getting clowned and talked about, she had my back.
How about
And
that?
she won. And I was so, nothing is more beautiful than rooting for somebody and standing on line for somebody and telling everybody that's my person. And
Right.
then you might miss an event, and then everybody goes, your person won. And you're like, who? Sha'Carri? God, I told you.
Yeah.
That's all I can say was, I told you I wasn't leaving her. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't leaving her, and she won. And she beat the people that beat her.
Yeah.
And the people that beat her,
Congratulated her.
yeah, and they were our people. They were
Yeah.
black people.
Jamaicans,
So
yeah.
her biggest competitors were us.
How about that?
How us to say, watch this. It was our people. And then she beat them. And they congratulated her. And Sha'Carri Stevenson, I believe that's her last name, is number one. And what a goddamn round of applause. My shit be acting crazy. I don't even want to act. Let me see. Hold on. It's just crazy.
I'ma stick beside him.
Oh, but
Still beside her.
that wasn't what I was going for, Kim. I'm be honest. I was saying no button. But you know what?
I'ma stick beside him.
I'm gonna stick
Yeah.
beside her.
Stick
That's
beside her,
what I did.
yes.
I stuck beside her,
I
and
love
I'm
it.
so happy for her. What do you want to say, Kim, about that? Because I know you're happy for her too.
I am so excited. I never left her side. Like she's right there with the Falcons with me. I stick beside the Falcons. And so I was excited to know that she had won. I loved the momentum. I loved how it felt, when she crossed that line and the other team, the other ladies, the Jamaicans, how they embraced her, how afterwards they took their pictures, they selfies and everything. Like we did this, it wasn't no hard feelings or nothing that. So I love it. I'm so proud of her. She's grown so much. You know what I mean? So that was just awesome. That was awesome. Yes, and I hope all the little girls are watching, and they see, no matter what they say, you can't do, you can't. It's mind over matter. Man, that was everything. Had me out there running again. I started running yesterday, like shoot.
I'm out there. Well, I don't run. I do like a walk, jog, but I'm out there every day. I'm
Okay.
I got to drop this weight. So when we start doing the podcast next month, it'll be full body shot, and I'll be
Okay, flexing on them.
Yeah, how are you doing?
You flexing on them.
Exactly. It's coming. It's coming. I promise you, it's coming.
Okay, we're gonna be looking.
Yes,
trying
ma'am.
to see some.
Now, our this or that. Before we get into it, because Kim, I didn't have a this or that this week, and you helped me out with the this or that. And I'll say with fidelity. So before I play the this or that anthem, I'm gonna give you a second to think about it. You know what we talked about?
You didn't tell me that's what.
Cheating and how people feel about cheating and infidelity, and that's going to be our this or that, and then we're going to wrap it up. So I'm going to go into the theme song. And I got to do it that way because YouTube is always trying to block my monetization. And if I play a song that big, they'll be like, 12 cents for you. Like, you gotta relax. YouTube. So I won't play the whole thing all the way through.
Right.
But this or that. Are you comfortable introducing it, or you want me to introduce it from what I felt like you meant?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with introducing. You know that.
Hands it. This is Kim KJ show. Do you think? I'm gonna sit back.
Okay, so this week in News World, this or that. We were talking and we was trying to think of a topic. And so I wanted to revisit infidelity. I don't even know if you call it infidelity anymore, because of all of the different situations and the different types of relations that you can have now. Is it even considered infidelity? Is it poly? Whatever the case may be. But I was just curious how people feel about infidelity now. Are they okay? Is this something that's accepted now, long as you don't know about it? Or it's okay long as you don't know about it, is everybody sharing? I was just curious now. I wanted to know, is it this or that? Or, what they doing out there?
Exactly. And I think we should start with what we're doing.
Okay.
With me personally, if I am in a polyamorous situation, of course, I don't mind commingling, I guess you could call it.
Okay.
I'm in a poly situation, and poly varies. So I can be in a poly situation where the woman is like, I want you and you only, and maybe one other woman. That's poly. A poly situation will be, I'm married to another guy, but I still want you new.
Okay.
Poly could be, I'm dating you new, but I still want to date other men. So you have to figure out what poly works for you.
That's a lot of poly.
And it's 80 billion more versions. That's just 3. It's 100 more. So I think you got to take it, with the individual situation. But if we're talking monogamous, I am dating one woman and we are to be faithful to each other. No outside dating, no poly, monogamous. I am not divorcing my wife of 20 years with a kid or two because she fucked another man. I'm not doing it. I'm not. If we have built a 20-year life, we have probably built a business together because of who I am. We probably built a business together because of who the woman I would marry is. And we've probably raised our children to be amazing humans because of who she would have to be for me to be with her. So if she stepped out, one night, I don't think that's a reason to destroy the relationship. It's gonna be rough. I'm not, I ain't saying it's gonna be easy. I ain't saying we can go back to Kumbaya the next day. But I don't. I'm old school. I don't believe in throwing away a Bentley because it got a dent and a fender. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
a Bentley. Now, if I got an ancient, and I wouldn't have an ancient girl. If I had an ancient girl, yeah, of course I'm gonna give it to her immediately. But I'm not the kind of person that would have an ancient girl. So I'm gonna have this amazing, beautiful woman, intelligent, business-minded, that has made hundreds of thousands of dollars. And one night she fucked this other dude. That woman, I'm not throwing away because she just fucked another nigga.
Well, I mean, now I hear you saying it, and I just feel like you might as well just put on a unicorn helmet because that ain't how it is out here in these streets. That sounds good, but it's not like that. And so you're like one of a kind, if that's what you're saying, because the men can't even look the other way without them having a problem. Men egos get bruised really easily, and for a man to know unless it is established that they are in a poly type relationship and their woman steps out and sleeps with someone else and they know it, they're not having that. They can't handle that. So I feel like you're just righteous. That's just a special situation.
I think it's probably a little different because I do date polyamorously. So it's kind of like, not that I got a cheat code, but that that totally lends itself to me accepting a different experience just because of my experience. You know what I'm saying? So if I wasn't polyamorous, but actually before we had a term called polyamorous, I was
Right.
like, I ain't breaking up with my queen because she slipped up once. Because I know how fallible I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know when I cheated,
Mm-hmm.
she just had a fat ass. And I was weak. That ass was, it was, you know what I'm saying? I didn't love her. I didn't
Uh-huh.
want to be with her. I wasn't going to leave you. I've had women break up with me because I cheated with a woman I only wanted one night with. And I'm like, dog, I wanted to be with you till we die. I just wanted to fuck her once. And you're leaving me?
Yeah.
Like it didn't compute to me. Like,
Okay.
now what I'm saying is I wanted this woman for life.
Mm-hmm.
Wanted one night with this one. You
Right.
gonna leave me because I had one night with this one when I still wanted to be with you forever? That's different. If the woman is cheating on me because she loves another man, ain't nothing I can really do about that. If you love him and you want to be with him, then you cheated, then you just need to get the fuck
That's
on and be with him.
right. That's different, right?
But we all have our passions. I have fucked women and I would never leave my girl for. It ain't close. It ain't an entertainable conversation. It is, well, are you out your fucking, I love her. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Like, what's going on in you? Like, are you crazy? Literally. I am in love. You know, I did what I did, but you tripping if you think I'm leaving my wife. And I think that that's something that women of a certain generation probably, because I know women do it nowadays too, which is why it's like it's thrown in your face. For men, men feel like it's all in our face. Like, like I always felt that way. Like I know the difference between a woman that I'm having some fun with and my wife. And that doesn't excuse me, like, oh, I get to do whatever I want whenever, and as long as I go home with my wife. But if there's a 1 week moment, I'm not throwing away my wife because she got weak one night. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Because my wife ain't gonna be the pretty girl that I just like to fuck. My wife is gonna be my family's best friend, or to some degree of that. She can be a homegirl. She gonna be like, I'm not throwing like I ain't throwing away a Bentley because it got a dent in the fender. I don't want it to happen multiple times, but if it happens, I'm not throwing it all away for that. Me personally.
Yeah. Uh, I don't know now. I'm listening and I hear what you're saying. And I just I don't know. I do feel like today that more women are, it appears to be more accepting to sharing, as opposed to um, a time where you used to hear women saying, no, I'm not, this and that. I hear more women more open to polygamous relationships, and so
Polygamous or
forth. Or
polyamorous?
if polygam, say it again.
Is it polygamous or polyamorous?
Polyamorous relationships. I do hear more ladies saying, long as they don't know about it, they okay. Like it's almost like they're giving their man a pass. Don't bring it to me. I've been not. I don't want to hear about it. Sort of say, long as you're still taking care of home, kind of thing. So I feel like things have shifted. As far as relationships.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
How do I feel about it?
Can your man be everything that you need him to be, but maybe it? I'm not. I don't view this in a reckless and disrespectful tones. I view this in, you know, this random moment he dipped out. Not that he dip out all the time and you got to accept it and he do it once a week. No, I don't. I'm not speaking to that crap.
Right.
But some people might not feel like it's crap, so I don't want to call it crap. I'm not speaking to that. What I'm speaking to is this year, next year, some year, he got caught up finally and did something. Is that grounds to end everything? If you really want to be together forever?
Uh, to be honest, now that's why I'm single. I'm so not good with that. I feel like if we make a decision, if we make an intelligent decision and we say that we are in a monogamous relationship, especially with me, you know what I do as far as dealing with people and events and so forth. And so I have all of these barriers, don't do this, don't look this way, don't talk this way, sort of thing. And then the moment I say, hey, now I ain't seen you so long, and I hug you, it's a problem. But yet you're sticking your entire penis in someone. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done because I'm faithful. I'm faithful to a T. So I agree. Whatever you agree upon, when you're establishing a relationship, whatever it is that you agree upon, that's what we're doing. Now, if you make an intelligent decision to do something else, if you just couldn't resist that big booty there, you just had to see what it was like when you got me at home, that makes me feel like I wasn't enough. So I will leave you with that big booty, and and so that's the reason why I'm still single. You know.
Okay. I'm not mad at that. I don't think you're wrong in that. I just think that what's missing sometimes is how the man thinks.
Yeah.
And what what I would like to, and I don't want to take up for the cheating dudes. They just be cheating because they just greedy. I don't want this to be that. This is
Okay.
not, ladies. This is not for the dude that fucked every girl he worked with and fucked all of your friends. He trash. I'm talking about the guy that made a mistake once. This one random night he did it. I believe because of who I am, he loves you and he cherishes you, and he let the little head talk to the big head, and he fucked up. And maybe
Yes.
that man, that one, is worthy of a second chance. The ain't shit dudes that they always got a one moment, they always got a one conversation, they always got the one time they slipped up. Don't be dumb, ladies. I'm not even gonna sell y'all short. You know who that is. And I mean, like, because I have cheated on a woman that I wanted to be with for life. This got caught up.
Yes.
And
So as women, we can't understand that. That just does not make good sense to us. If you want to be with someone your life, no matter how big because first of all, no matter how big the booty is or how good they look, you have so much invested in your relationship. Why even risk it? That big booty may have some other stuff tied to it, some bad pH, some bad old, all of that, and just to go in, just to see, you risk an entire relationship with someone you want to be with.
I'm gonna be honest. There's a part of me that's like, yep, you're right. No. Yep, in the way you're right. Like I'm gonna
Right.
be so congratulatory. Like, nah, you're right. I wouldn't do that. Like, yeah, you're right. I get it. But there's a part of me that was the other person. And I know what I felt as the other person. Like, I know I didn't want, I know that if I could have taken it back, I would have. It wasn't worth it. But I was young and I made mistakes. And that's why I'm like, there's some credence to be given to that. Because maybe I would have never learned if the girl wouldn't have done me. So maybe that's the lesson. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
You cheat, you get dumped, nigga. Like that.
Yeah.
Too bad for you. But I know,
Yeah.
like, I'm not a cheater. Like at this age, I'm not a cheater. I don't cheat.
Okay.
I don't get
Well, you
into
don't have to
shit.
because you're poly now.
But every woman I date isn't poly. So if I date a woman who's not poly and we decide on a monogamous relationship, and I'm held to that standard.
Really? How do you go from being free and being in a situation to that to controlling yourself? Is that not hard?
How do you go from dating multiple men to settling down with a boyfriend? Is that not hard?
How do you date multiple men? Who does that?
You never dated more than one man at a time?
I guess everybody has their own definition of dating.
Yeah, I guess. Because
Can you
to
do me a
me,
favor? Do me a favor. Can you send this to my Facebook page?
this right here.
Yeah, because it's not showing.
Okay, let me figure this one out.
You see how I took the attention off of me?
I see how you did it, but we coming back to you. Don't think you got away, Miss Kim. Don't think it. We coming back to you. But have you ever dated someone or dated more than one man at a time, and then decided I only want one?
No. I'll date. Because when I date with a purpose, or I'm just not dating. So if I'm dating somebody, like, it's for me, it's really really hard to get to know that person by just dating a whole bunch of different people. So I'll date, and if we find out, okay, that didn't work, and then I'll date someone else. But I haven't been able to date. Now, hang out or go out, not be intimate, yeah, but I don't know.
See, with me,
Did you do it?
I've done it. That's kind of what I know. Like I've dated one woman at a time. I've dated multiple women at a time. I've dated that's kind of that's the game. You meet one woman, or let's say you go to a club, you get two girls' numbers, and then the next day you text both of them. Then for the next week or two until that first date, you're talking to both of them. You don't know who's the one or who's not the one. You just, hey, good morning, good morning. How you doing? How you doing?
Okay.
What do you do for a living? What do you do for a living? And then whoever is the first one, you go on that date. Then you go, she was cool. I got a date Thursday with the other one. Then you go on that date, and then now you have to make a decision. Who do I like the most? And then you figure it out. And then that goes from, week 2 to week 30. And the next thing you know, you're like, I've been dating both these girls for a year now. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, that's
And
crazy.
it happens that fast.
Wow.
Or it can happen that fast. At my big age and what I'm going through, it doesn't really happen like that. After like 2 or 3 days, I'm like, are we getting married? Or like, I don't think I like you. No, we're not.
Oh,
But,
wow.
but at this age, I think that's how we all move for real. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
Yeah,
Kim,
I just
here's a question. Here's a question for you.
Okay.
And I need you to break this down. You're dating, you've met a man you like.
Okay.
You've gone on one date, and it was a good date. You have a second interaction, and that's good too. And you decide you text them on, let's call it a Sunday. Text him Sunday at 2. No. Better yet, you FaceTime him Sunday at 2. He doesn't answer. He texts you at 2:19. Hey, I got your text. I got your call. My bad not responding. What's a goodie? And let me ask this. What do you do with that exact moment? You've been on one date, 1.5 interactions, and you FaceTime him and he didn't answer. And 8 minutes later, he texts you like, hey, what's up? I just saw I missed your text. I saw I missed your FaceTime call. What do you do with that exact moment?
I text back and say, okay, give me a call when you're free.
That's what I thought. So if someone were to respond with, or not respond, ignore, cancel, it's over, and because of that missed call, and you say, hey, yo, I was doing this and I called you, you didn't answer, you didn't do this, you're tripping. And they're like, no, you didn't answer that call when I called you at the time. And it's like, oh, I was doing something. And then I hit you back the next day. I hit you back 9 minutes later. I was doing something. You got to relax. I don't have to relax. You need to answer anytime I call.
Right.
How would you respond to somebody telling you need to answer anytime they call in that particular situation?
Yeah, and I've experienced that a lot. It's really, really hard out here in these streets. And so when that happens, that lets me know that is definitely not a person for me, because I am a business person. I have other things going on. And if you require that much time and you expect me to stop whatever I'm doing, whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying, at the drop of the dime whenever you call, then you're not considerate. You haven't, you know what I mean? It's not going to work. So I go ahead and eliminate that. For the female, yes, men or women, vice versa, could be doing whatever else. They could be in the middle of having sex, but they could not be. You understand? I understand that time is very important. And I understand that we make time for whatever we want to do. So if I haven't heard from somebody, that's because they didn't want to call me. I ain't tripping. If they wanted to talk to me, they would call me, and
And,
vice versa. If I wanted to
and,
talk to them, I would call them. There are some times we may get caught up, we may get busy, but guess what? We're gonna call and say, "Hey, I'm a little busy right now. I'll talk to you later," or whatever the case may be. But you know when someone's interested in you or not, you don't have to force it. You understand? And
yeah.
so To me, that's what be happening. You trying to make him call you, trying to put him on a time schedule. Boo, he ain't that interested. Or he's busy. And if he's busy and you don't understand that, and I've been in the opposite situation where I had someone that wanted to FaceTime me everywhere I was, every time I did an event, every time and then I realized they ain't have nothing going on. That's why they could demand that from me. And at first I thought it was cute, like, he loved me. You know what I mean? No, he ain't got nothing else going on.
Okay, I just needed you to say that because I was flabbergasted by I texted 9 minutes later. I was just like, what's going on here?
Yeah, they
But
ain't ready.
they ain't ready. They ain't
They
ready.
ain't ready.
They ain't ready.
It's okay.
And that is okay.
Yeah.
You're right. That is okay. Then they don't have to be ready. Kim, before we get up out of here, I want you to tell everybody where they can find you. I know where to find you. I know you are I don't know how to describe it. You are my favorite Facebook facilitator. You are, I consider one of my homies. I admire you for what you do, for doing good in the hood. I admire you for the groups you create and the community you create. And I personally think you the shit. I think I've expressed that before. If I have not, I'll say it on my platform. I think you the shit. And with all due respect, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, I hope you take this in the best way. I know I don't say everything the best way all the time, but you got the nicest ass. Like, dear God, your ass is just. I expect my girls to be jealous of you because that thing be thanging, that thing be thanging. Respectfully, with
Got that
love,
cuff.
with love.
Thank you.
And that wasn't just ratchet. That was with love. So Kim, I fuck with you. I love you. I appreciate everybody you've introduced me to because a lot of my best friends that I met in Georgia, I met through you. And people might not get that part when I say, oh, she got this group and she did. Dog, most of my friends I met through fucking Kim. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, that's huge to me.
Yeah.
You brought me my friends when I moved to a different state. So I'm eternally grateful. And you got a popping ass live that you let me come on and talk my stuff and you don't judge me on it. And I just wanted to give you that. And I wanted you to let everybody else know where they can find you if they want the same love you give me. Like, if you want to find her, this where she at.
Right. Hey, you know what? I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I am so honored to be on your show, on your podcast. I am KJ. So on Instagram, I'm World of KJAX, World of KJAX. Kim, I'm a nonprofit that new speaks of, is called Doing Good in the Hood. DGITH, USA, DGITHUSA, Doing Good in the Hood. You can find me. But my personal is World of KJax. On Instagram, on Facebook, I am Kimata. I'm Kimata Johnson. You can find me. The name of my world, if you want to go look me up, it's called KJ World. And we have a good time in KJ World. I love bringing people together, bringing communities together, bringing people together. I love the idea of being my brothers and sisters' keeper, taking care of one another, because that's what we do. Doing Good in the Hood is not just our name, it's what we do. We take care of each other. Now, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming on. It's been long overdue, and you have an open invitation. I will be calling you. I might give you a break in September, but in October, I will be hitting you up to come back on. So
Awesome.
get used to it. I expect this to be every other month. You here with me?
I love it.
You cool with that?
I'll be ready.
There it is. And let's see, what else? What can we leave on with? I would say, don't judge a book by its cover. When you are receiving love from someone, learn to accept it. And don't question niggas about why they ain't answer the call. You want to leave them with some final words of wisdom, Kim?
That's good. Okay, I like that. I like that. I like how you threw that in there. Okay, so let me leave some final words. Guys, listen. I shared when we opened up the show, I shared my up and my down, my high and my low. You know what I'm saying? So my final words of wisdom is to you to whatever you aspire to do, see it through. See it through. Don't give up on your dreams because your dreams ain't gonna give up on you.
There it is. And in the words of the most famous card game players of the world, Uno. We out.